going to want to run after you get buckled in, you're going to want to run the fuel pump for a minute, and then just prime the engine with a couple of pumps. It's a good thing you get your visor on. That sun's going to be bright for a while.
Yeah, sure is.
Alright, you can go ahead and prime your fuel pump. Turn that on, and that fills the system, and then prime the primer up over your head.
Gotcha.
Right up to pump it until you feel the pressure build up.
I think I got it.
Alright, now you can shut the pump off. Alright.
Master.
Get out your startup procedure sheet over to the left.
Seat belts, master owned. Strobe owned. Engine owned.
Hit your strobe
Fuel
on.
pump.
Check the strobe. Yep.
Strobe owned, yes.
No, the strobe is the one. Yep, no, that's that one. Yep.
Oh, this is a
Yeah. First one.
master. I had the engine and master confused. Okay. We ready to go ahead and start up? Clear.
Yep. Okay, prime it again. Try one more time. Okay, prime it again up top. Okay, one more time. Good. Start and hold it for a second. Hold it for about 5 seconds.
Let it grab.
Again. Alright, one more time.
Now we're going to let it warm up for a minute, so during the warm-up you're going to watch all your temperature gauges down below, make sure that everything looks okay.
Okay, on my cylinder heads I'm getting a much higher reading on number 1 cylinder than 2 and 3.
Now watch them as they warm up.
Okay, now they're starting to come up a little now, finally. Yeah. Still, I got high numbers on the number 1 cylinder. Just very moderate.
Difference?
Well, no, number 2 and number 3 are very low. In other words, number 1 cylinder I got 380, number 2 I got 125, and number 3 I just have 96 degrees.
It's still a bad connection, I think, on that wire.
Yeah, not getting anything yet on number 3.
No reading at all on 3?
Well, I get 98 degrees. Pretty much ambient. Moving up a little.
Let me run the engine up just a little bit. Your front door latch?
Check.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave the side door open for a minute until we warm up.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a little bit of reading on number 2 and number 3 cylinders.
What are you showing for RPM right now?
Only 2,300.
Okay, just checking this back seat one. I'm getting 23 as well.
Real high reading on that number 1 cylinder. I'm showing 450 now.
Yeah, we're going to ignore it then. It's still, the calibration is off on it. It was working perfectly the other day. All right, hold your brake on. What we're going to do is an engine run up.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, now how are your coolant temperatures looking?
Okay, I'm not sure I'm looking at coolant yet.
The coolant is the furthest to the right, EGT furthest to the left, the 3 middle ones are cylinder heads.
I'm not getting a reading on coolant temperature, no reading at all.
Oh, wow. Okay. Lean over to your right just a little bit. Yeah, well, it's reading 134 up top. See right up over it? You see that number?
Yes?
Okay, that's your coolant temperature.
Oh, that's not cylinder 1, 2, and 3?
1, 2, and 3 are clustered together in the middle. And then the 4th one over is your water temperature.
Oh, okay. I'm feeding you bad information.
All right, so what you were reading was exhaust gas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we can go ahead and throttle up, and we'll head down to, we're going to be taking off on 7, based on our windsock. So keep your stick all the way back. We'll give enough throttle to taxi out. Once you get going, then just let off your throttle enough to steer it. Keep us right between the cones and the hangers. This is where you get your taxi practice.
Yeah, that does not come natural, really.
And you feel how much drag there is?
Yes.
The ground is still really soft. Keep that stick all the way back. Alright, now we angle it about a 45, and then we stop. Now what we're looking for we'll look to the west to make sure there's nothing coming in. We look in the traffic pattern, make sure nothing's in the downwind. And we also make sure that nobody's pulled out on the runway doing a down, what they call a back taxi.
Right.
Some people won't use the taxiway. Alright. So we're going to do a run up again, so we're going to hold your brake on.
Check.
We're going to do another run up, make sure the engine doesn't sputter. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and announce our intention.
Okay, we ran to 5,500.
That's good.
65.
Mandy traffic, 27 Uniform Lima, departing runway 7, remaining in the pattern. Manatee. We'll do one trip around the pattern before we go out. So you can go ahead now, we'll line up, and then I'll do the takeoff, you just be on it with me.
Gotcha.
Let go your brake.
Oh.
Get right out in the middle. Okay. Left pedal. Mandy traffic, 27 uniform, we have a turning final, 7 Manatee. Now we go ahead, right pedal. See how your wind, see your sock is way over? I mean your string. We're going to try to line up with the runway. We're going to have a little bit of a drift here, but not much. That's it. Don't pull back. So you're going to fight that urge to pull back until you're about 3 feet. This is where we flare just gently and let it settle right in. Just like that. All right, we're going to go ahead and take off again.